guys, round 3 of my lifted 4Runner. This time we have added the Eibach coilover system, and so far really good. I'd say the ride quality is pretty comparable to the Pro. Initially when we put it in, we cranked up the coilover a little bit in the front. We went a little too much, so we made it a little stiffer. It's about 3.5. Out of the box, they come about 2.5. And then we used the heavy duty coils in the back just to see, and they definitely gave you about 2 inches of lift in the rear. I think on paper that says 1.75. So a little bit stiffer than the factory coil, but I don't really haul any weights. I think that would make the big difference if you were to add, you know, like overlanding gear, like several hundred more pounds for the back. But ride quality wise is, like I mentioned, just a touch stiffer. It's because I have it cranked up a little bit more. But only when I hit like deep potholes and stuff like that. And off-roading wise, we haven't really aired down. This is pretty light off-roading. We're doing a couple tiny little hill climbs and some sand right here today. But you definitely would always want to air down. It would take out some of the stiffness in the tires. But so far so good, pretty stoked. We'll do a little walk around real quick. This is how they came stock, and we're going to go up probably about another inch. And all it's going to do is preload. You've already maxed out the travel and the shock, so technically it's just going to preload the coil to give you the additional lift. I hope I'm doing the right thing because the TRD Pro suspension rides really nice. But I told Eibach I would try it, so we'll see. They haven't failed me before. Hose ruptured on the rear reservoir shock on the Pro. It's the first time Jeff's ever actually seen that cracked.
How many miles on this thing?
66,000.
Oh, after 40, they're rubbish.
Okay guys, so this is Eibach's new HD coil for the rear. It's supposed to give you the same height, but with the addition of having weight in the back, up to 100 pounds is what I was told. So I don't haul around the extra weight, so technically it's going to give me a little bit more lift. They said I'll ride about 2 inches versus the 1. So we did our measurements beforehand. You can see it's a little bit higher, but it's the spring rate that makes a difference. It's designed to have more weight in the back, so we'll see. Almost 39 3/4. So the front is higher, 39 1/4. The initial impressions were, felt like it was on its tippy toes, if it makes sense. Like it felt like, I was like, that doesn't feel right. That's just a good thing about the adjustable suspension is you can dial it in. So we're gonna lower down the front, probably just a touch. Alright, so it was a solid 1.25 higher than when we brought it in, and it's a little too much. I've been taking some out. We got the spanner on it. You can do it. I did it already, and I only took a 1/4 inch out. I'm gonna try to take a full 1/2 inch out, but I did it with the tire off. I'm gonna try to do it now with the tire on. I just, you know, got it jacked up, took the weight off. We will see. This is the follow-up 3 months later. I have it dialed in exactly, pretty much where it came out of the box when we were sent it from Eibach, the front adjustment. And then in the rear, I did swap out those heavy-duty coils for their normal 200-pound coils, and I clarified with them that the heavy-duty coils are for 300 pounds and the normal coils are around 200 pounds. They're just saying additional weight than the stock spring, but it gives you a 1-inch lift. I ended up adding the Old Man Emu, like a 1/4 inch spacer, just to get a little tad more lift than the 1 inch, just to kind of balance it. But the The height is right about an inch shorter on the measurements, and the ride quality is awesome. Just really similar to the TRD Pro. And then what, you know, when I originally said it was stiffer, what I failed to take into account of the tires. You know, if you guys see my other tire videos, I have, you know, I've done where there's E-load versus C-load versus D-load, and these Falken WILDPEAK MTs are E-load, and I had the KO2s in the C-load, and they're definitely stiffer, like a stiffer sidewall. But I do enjoy these tires. I just keep them kind of a lower PSI, around like 32, 33 PSI. And a little spoiler alert is this bad boy right here. Imported this thing from Arizona, 85, original straight axle with a 3.4 liter motor conversion. Pretty stoked about that. But I'm gonna do a 1st gen versus a 5th gen video coming up here soon. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have any questions, comments, please leave it. It'll help to further the channel, and stay tuned for more. Aloha.